Hi all, name's Dave. Some of you might know me as the Alien, D-Alien, from a number of quite a large number of different forums. A little story leading to a bit of a review. I have been smoking 30 years plus. Started when I was about 18, I think. A few times I've tried to give up. Normally I just sort of tend to stop. And sometimes a couple of times I've done it for a week without really too much of a hassle. And on saying that, on a couple of occasions I know I've sort of gone into work without a fag and completely lost the plot. 20 a day for that many years is quite unhealthy really, isn't it? There you go. Anyway, tried those. The Nicorette patch. Shove one on your arm, wait for it to fall off. They don't stick very well. I also tried the Nicorette inhalator. For what good that bloody thing is, you might as well just take a straw out of a McDonald's milkshake and suck on that. Never seemed to do any good. Anyway, one day I was at work, when I was working as a sky engineer, and I came across this thing in my mate's toolbox, and I sort of picked it up and goes, "Oh, what the hell's that?" And he says, "Oh, it's an electronic cigarette." He says, "Have a drag." Okay. And the end on his one, the red. As you can see, I didn't get the red one. So I sort of went back and I got the address off of the cigarette, went back home and googled it, and sure enough I came across the E-Lite. I ordered it thinking it was a good idea. Giving up smoking is a good idea. Anyway, this turned up. I also ordered 2 packets of the cartridges that go on the back end of these things. What you get is a rather nice looking plastic box with the box itself is constructed really well. A nice clippy lid that tends to stay shut when you want it to stay shut. Inside the box you get a USB charger, you get one electronic cigarette, and I'll go into that in a second, and you also get 3 cartridges which contain, in amongst other things, nicotine. The electronic cigarette itself, or the e-cig, whatever you want to call it, consists of 3 parts. A cartridge that's basically filled with a foamy, spongy like material, sealed in a metal, what looks like a metal foil actually. That contains your nicotine and flavour. Also, if I can undo it, is the atomizer and a battery. So all you do basically, although this comes pre-assembled, so all you have to do is take the silly white tip off, which contains nothing, and charge it up. So all you do is you unscrew the atomizer from the battery, take your USB charger, screw in your cigarette and throw it into a USB device. 30 minutes later it's charged up. Unscrew your cigarette. Screw in your atomizer with your cartridge on the back containing the all precious nicotine and flavour, and suck. Orange. They don't normally come with orange. It's normally something that's supposed to more resemble a cigarette, but okay, what do I think of this? Bearing in mind that I used to smoke 20 a day. I'd go out in the morning, armed with my trusty E-light cigarette, tucked away in its packet, and I had to go and buy another packet of fags. This thing you would get round about 75 puffs out before it goes flat. Now I used to smoke 20 a day. Super Kings average is about, well, I don't know, give or take 15 puffs a fag. 75 puffs out of the E-light equates to about 5 cigarettes. It goes flat. What do? Go and buy a proper packet of fags and smoke them instead. I suppose if you're trying to use one of these at home, it's probably not so bad. If you can hang on 30 minutes between fags, you got time to charge it up. It goes flat. Screw it into the charger, into the USB. 30 minutes later, it's fully charged. Another 75 puffs or 5 cigarettes, and it's flat again. Out in the real world, it's not a lot of good. So what did I do? I put it back in the drawer and carried on smoking normal analog cigarettes, which is a shame to some degree, because the concept is good. Getting people off of the nasty contents that you find in traditional cigarettes is not a bad thing at all. As I ain't going to go into what's in a normal cigarette. Google will soon tell you what's in a normal cigarette. We all know about what's, the problems they cause. So, this is a good idea, in theory, if it would last a bit longer. I think that's all I'm really going to say about that. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask, or leave a comment, just down there a bit. Any comments, criticisms, questions, anything you like. I will be posting some more videos shortly on some other devices. That's why this thing is not filled with its normal flavour. Another problem I did actually find with this is the sort of a burnt taste. You suck on it for a little while and it the cartridges don't last that long. But since I've started smoking electronic cigarettes again, or vaping as they call it, I now have some juices I can throw into these things. So it does actually get used now, but not quite what it was originally intended for. Anyway, if you want to comment, please feel free to do so, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.